Well, good morning, folks. It's a chilly morning in December. There's nothing like a nice warm breakfast on a chilly morning. So we're here in the country kitchen. We're having a nice warm breakfast today. Our potatoes are almost brown. We're using our new copper skillet. We're going to put on some farm fresh eggs, squeeze our own orange juice this morning. But the main course is coming to you from an old recipe that my great grandmother used to make. It's called cornmeal gravy. And I'm going to let my mom show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to turn it over to her right now. We're going to make some cornmeal gravy. So we're here with Peggy Marie. She's going to teach us how to make cornmeal gravy. And where'd you learn how to make cornmeal gravy?
I learned how to make cornmeal gravy from my grandma Effie Barton. It's one of my favorite things, and I was just a little girl when she showed me. And of course she doesn't use specific amounts of things, so we're just going to kind of wing it and you'll figure that out. So you can use bacon grease, which is of course what she used back in the day. But I'm going to be using butter, but you can use any kind of oil. You want to go ahead and melt that, and you want the heat on fairly high for the beginning of the recipe.
Okay, so we're using approximately 1 full stick of butter there.
Yes, we are for our recipe today.
And our other ingredients are going to be salt and pepper.
And you want to use yellow cornmeal, not white cornmeal, but yellow cornmeal. And milk.
And a little sugar there.
And a little bit of sugar. So we've got our butter melted. And to do mine today, I used a stick of butter, so you can see that it's melted. We want our burner on high. And now we're going to take our yellow cornmeal. And the key to this in the beginning is you want to brown the cornmeal. So you want to stir it. The heat should be on high. We want this burner left on high because we're actually going to almost scorch this. And the thing you want to remember about the cornmeal gravy is what my grandma used to tell me. You don't want to eat it until you're full because it swells up in your stomach after you eat it. So if you eat until you're stuffed and then you lay down, you're going to be miserable after a while. So this is something that fills people up. Maybe just a little tiny bit more. Yep, Grandma had 12 kids that she raised by herself, lived on a farm, worked at a factory. She'd get up and cook big meals in the morning, and then she'd put all of her food on the table and put a tablecloth over it, and if anybody came in, they were welcome to go in and have something to eat. Okay, so at this point we want to add some of our salt. It smells almost like popcorn right now. So we're going to add our salt. We're going to add some pepper.
Burner's still on high.
Burner's on high, so we're actually going to almost scorch this. But you want to keep it stirring so it doesn't actually burn. And then on the sugar, the way I normally do it is I take a smidgen. That's what Grandma used to say. Just a smidgen. So this is, now you can see that this cornmeal is starting to darken. It's starting to singe a little bit. So you want to go ahead and let it get really darkened up, but you don't want to burn it. So you can see, keep it going here. Smells good already. Now I've got an electric burner, which is a little bit different than if you have gas, because in gas you control the heat right away. So you can see the cornmeal's starting to darken up. Okay, so you can see it's really starting to get dark there. So on my stove, I'm actually going to turn that burner off, and I'm going to remove it from the heat. So now when you add the milk, you want to turn the heat way down. So you can see that that's really brown. Okay, so as you add the milk, you're going to stir. And if you don't, it's going to be lumpy. So you do have to stir this while you're adding the milk. So I turn my burner off, but it's still going to be warm. Keep stirring as you add the milk, and remember that this will thicken up. About 3. I'm going to stir.
Back on about medium heat.
Yeah. Oops. I'm taking a minute, so we'll probably add a little bit more salt. So you can see it kind of looks soupy, but with this cornmeal, it's going to thicken up pretty quick. And continue to stir it so that you don't have the lumps in it. So really it's starting to thicken up pretty good. So actually I can go ahead and turn my heat off and just use the warmth of the burner. Keep stirring it. And that's about the consistency I like mine. So it's not like a pancake. And you can serve this on fried potatoes, eggs. Grandma used to have sliced tomatoes from the garden. So that's about the consistency I like mine, and it's still going to set up a little bit. As it sits. So that's about what we want right there.
So we've got some biscuits today and some fried potatoes. We're doing fresh squeezed orange juice. We got farm fresh eggs coming out of the skillet. And we're gonna top it all off with the cornmeal gravy.
So while this has been sitting, we've done the other things, and it's a little bit thicker than I like it, but so you can put it on your biscuits, put it on your fried potatoes, you can put it on your eggs. But that's Grandma Effie's cornmeal gravy.
So thanks for joining us today in the Country Kitchen. Hope you have a good one.
When the gates swing wide on the other side, just beyond the sunset sea, there'll be room to spare as we enter there. Room for you and room for me, for the gates are wide on the other side, where the flowers ever bloom. On the right hand, on the left hand, 50 miles.